Come on, this drive-through line is taking forever. I just want to eat. Oh, here we go.
Hi, welcome to Burger Pope. May I take your order, please?
Yeah, I'll take a number 2.
Would you like that large size?
Yeah, please, the larger the better at this point. Hey, how'd you get in my car? Why are you touching my ball hairs? Stop that! Hey, it's all right, man. Yeah, all right. I'm with the TSA all the way. Hey, yeah. You tickle ball hairs at the TSA? Yeah, man. Yeah, all the time. We tickle ball hairs all the time. Yeah. Oh, well, all right then. I guess that's all right then. Yeah, all right, man. I like your style. Let's do this. Yeah, hey, all the way.
Would you like any ketchup with your order?
Holy moly. Whoa. I am batting 1,000 today. Possibly 10,000 or more, actually. I read in an earlier podcast, of Inspirado Projecto. It was actually the last podcast, right, guys? Hello? Do you guys know? Was it the last podcast, or... Yeah, I think it was the last podcast. So, in the last podcast, I read from a very, very important letter I had received in the mail concerning... it came from Thailand. I think it was Thailand. Was it Thailand? You guys? Was it Thailand? I think it was Thailand. And they were offering me this money. They said some woman went in there proclaiming to be the recipient of some unknown amount of money that actually was supposed to go to me. Do you guys know how much that was exactly? Do you guys know how much that was? Or I guess they didn't want to say. All right, well, having said that, I will then just go ahead and read this to you. I just found another one. I thought I would read this to you. It's always good to know that these kinds of amazing possibilities exist out there. This is from, by the way, if you want to send them an email, this is from Mr. David Nicholas. You can reach him at nicholas.estate.ocn.ne.jp. That is from Mr. David Nicholas. That's his email address. Nicholas.estate.ocn.ne.jp. It is a reply to Mrs. Suzanne Mark. This is her email. mrs.suzanmark12@yahoo.com. So these are the... If you guys would like me to forward any of these to you, send me an email to inspiratoprojecto@gmail.com and I will send these to you. So this begins, my dear, good news. Actually, I think what would be good is if I played some Beethoven. Hold on a second. Let's get some Beethoven. You guys think we should get some Beethoven? All right. Gonna look up Beethoven. 432 HZ. Alright. I'm gonna give credit to the site I'm going to give credit to the site here. This is Ludwig van Beethoven, Ninth Symphony, First Movement, New York Orchestra, Bruno Walter, 432 HZ. This put up on the YouTube channel 432 Natural Pitch. So here we go. We're going to play this. And then I will read this email. Here we go. Attention, my dear. Good news. The British High Commission has actually verified and discovered that your payment has been unnecessarily delayed by corrupt officials of the company who are trying to divert your fund of $4,700 million into their private accounts. Therefore, we have obtained an irrevocable payment guarantee on your payment with the bank to make your payment through our new ATM Visa card system, which you can use to withdraw your money in any ATM machine around your area. So we are hereby inviting you to our office to pick up your ATM Visa card, but if you cannot be able to come down here in our office in person, be informed that you are going to pay for shipping fee of your ATM Visa card. So if you are unable to come down here, then you are required to update us so that we will proceed with the necessary arrangement for the delivery of your ATM Visa card. As of now, be informed that all arrangement has been done and the ATM Visa card has been in your name, but to reactivate the ATM card, you have to forward your current information as requested below to the bank for the ATM card reactivation. Then we will send you the ATM card for your immediate use. Here are the information you have to forward to the bank. 1. Your full names, empty space. 2. Postal address, empty space. 3. Direct cell numbers, empty space. 4. Email address, blank space. 5. Sex, empty blank space. 6. Age, empty space. 7. Occupation, empty space. 8. Nationality, empty space. 9. WhatsApp number, empty space. Therefore, you are advised to contact Bank Accountant Manager Mrs. Susan Mark. Contact person Mrs. Susan Mark. Chief Executive Officer UBA Bank PLC Direct Hotline. Here you go. +229er 69er646844. That is once again +sign 229er 69er646844. Email mrs.suzanmark12 at gmail.com. Well, there was this program that I saw where a guy, here we go, Nigerian scammer exposed. So here we go. We're gonna get, he's gonna be on the air here, so we're gonna hear his, we're gonna speak to the guy and why he did what he did. Alright, they're gonna talk to this guy. Let's see here. There's one of these where they actually interview. Oh, here, let's go right to this part where they catch him. Let's just do that part.
Dollars of black money. The money that we're giving you,
Here we go.
$25,000, is that enough money to clean?
So they did sort of a sting operation with these guys.
$15 million of black money.
The money that we're giving you, the $25,000, is that enough money to clean the entire 3.8 million?
Not only the 3.8, to clean the entire 15 million.
And how long does that take?
Takes between 5 to 6 hours.
When we had heard enough, we brought our cameras out into the open to ask the men a few questions.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm Brian Ross from ABC News 2020. How much money have you taken from Dr. Sloan?
Personally, me, what I got,
You've been to his home,
yeah, I've been doing so.
and you have supposedly washed this black money?
I didn't wash.
Did you do that? Did you demonstrate for him?
No, we didn't wash. No.
Did you go to his home?
Yeah, I've been to his home.
And you're telling me this is real money?
No, I don't know. I don't know about it.
That's junk. You got him thinking this was real money? How could you do that?
I'm not the one who did. He's been
You
dealing.
went to his house and you told him this is real money. How could you do
We
that?
went to his house. He showed it to us that he has this.
What is that? Tell me what that is.
I don't know what it is.
Is it real?
I have not seen money like this before.
Do you believe that's real?
I don't believe. I have not seen money like
You know what this is. This is construction paper, right?
I don't know what
Feel
it
that.
is.
Feel that. Come on. This is a scam.
Oh my God.
Apparently afraid he was going to be arrested, the scammer began to sob. Dr. Sloan was not moved.
You wanted another $25,000 from me, is that correct?
Yeah.
And I would have paid it to you because I trusted people. And you've broken the trust. I want you to leave. Now.
He's asking you to leave.
Two ABC News security guards made sure the men left without incident.
We're asking you to leave.
Pay me back my money.
Now I don't have the 3,500 by there.
$330,000.
No, doctor, you've been dealing with somebody.
It's time for you to leave.
Let's go.
As our guards escorted the two men out of the hotel, their scam exposed, they left behind their suitcase of black construction paper and one more American victim who had been robbed and humiliated. Now, setting up an undercover shoot like that is no easy thing.
So this happens. You probably have gotten some of these emails from some of these folks. Beware, beware, beware. Be aware. be aware. I used to reply to these folks with the email addresses of the other folks who were sending me emails of the same thing. I go, oh my God, I got a friend who you gotta link up with. You guys would work really well together. And then I would send the email of the other scammer, their phone number, or their their email address, with all their information, just to see if one of the scammers would scam the other scammer. It's like a room full of mirrors. You're just gonna see different aspects of what's already there. Oh man. So be careful, folks. Be very, very careful. Be very, very careful. However, in other news, on YouTube, that is a new channel, a new website, YouTube. I saw some fella. Let's see if we can find this. This just intrigues me. Lottery win, do this. It was something like that. It had that kind of name to it. There's a scratch-offs. Wait, is that what it was? Scratch-offs. Oh, what happens when you win the lottery? Wait. No, is that it? No, that's not it. Oh, this is good to know. Here, I'm going to play this for you. This is something called What to Do When You Win the Lottery. This is, I think, important to know. I thought about this before. Okay, let's say if I win the lottery, I want to be as anonymous as possible. I don't want anybody to know I'm a lottery winner. The heck? It's so easy to find your address these days. And I'm not putting out paranoia. I'm just putting out the... I don't want strangers knowing where I'm living right now. And I'm not a lottery winner. At least this person right now in this particular moment in time. But this guy's future self is a lottery winner. So that guy doesn't want anybody to know that he won. Now here's something to do. Here's something important when you win the lottery. This is important to do. What to do when you win the lottery. By Jason Kurland. This YouTube channel is called Lottery Lawyer. Very important news. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Jason Kurland. I'm an attorney who represents lottery jackpot winners all over the country. I've represented clients ranging from $1 million scratch-off ticket winners to $336 million Powerball winners. Two questions that I'm always asked are, 1, what is the first thing I should do when I realize I've won? And 2, why do I need an attorney? Once you've confirmed that you are a jackpot winner, the first thing you must do is sign the back of the ticket. Leave some room above your signature in case you decide to claim the prize in a trust or in an entity. Then immediately make a copy of the front and back. Now, God forbid the ticket is lost, at least your name is on it, and nobody else will be able to claim it. Finally, you should hide the ticket, preferably in a safe deposit box, until it is time to formally claim. One of the most important things to remember on the night you win is to keep your mouth shut. Your instinct will be to go to your rooftop and shout at the top of your lungs that you are now one of the world's wealthiest people. Don't do that. If you must, you can tell your immediate family and friends, but that's it. The time period between the day you win and the day you claim the ticket and introduce yourself to the world is the last chance you will have to live a normal life. You need this time to transition and get used to the fact that you have this newfound wealth. The last thing you want is word to get out that you are the winner, which would do nothing but accelerate stress. Instead, do some research and surround yourself with a team of professionals, an attorney, accountant, financial planner. Not only is it important to make sure the professionals you choose have the requisite experience, but it is imperative that you feel comfortable with them, as you will be spending a ton of time with them in the upcoming weeks and months. This brings me to the second question of why does a winner need an attorney? Listen, anyone can take the winning ticket, go to lottery headquarters, do a press conference, and get the prize. However, there are a whole host of questions that arise from winning a jackpot. Do you want to limit your exposure in the media? What happens at the press conference? Do you have to answer questions from the press? Do you want to create vehicles for your state in the event something should happen to you? Do you need to worry about your safety and the safety of your children? Do you want to create vehicles that could limit your tax liability? Do you want to deal with various charities and investment opportunities? Or would you like an attorney to deal with this for you? How do you invest your money? How do you protect against solicitations? How do you protect yourself from yourself in terms of overspending? When we represent winners, we handle all of these issues for them, while at the same time making sure they are comfortable with every move that is made. Every winner is different and has different goals and needs. A good attorney will create a strategy around these goals and needs, while at the same time giving the client the protection and peace of mind to get through this awesome yet stressful time. If you are a winner, give us a call or visit our website and let us help you make this as amazing an experience as it should be.
Well, that's pretty cool. For those of you who heard that, let's say you just recently won the lottery and you're going, oh, what do I do? This phone number here that I just found, 877-609-2740. That's thelotterylawyer.com. Phone number is 877-609-2740. I don't want anybody to know I'm winning the lottery. What are your thoughts? Do you want people to know that you're winning the lottery? Do you want your name out there? Are you going to go out and buy fancy cars and, what's going to happen there? If you're an actor, are you going to buy the equipment so you could start putting yourself in your own movies? You're going to make your own movie? Going to split up your winnings and make several low budget films? Musicians, are you making your own recording studios? All of you who have passions and talents, that's the time. All of you writers, that's the time to go find some cabin in the woods, perhaps, maybe out in the desert, camping in the desert. Bring out a fold-out table with your laptop. Start writing under the stars. If you're camping in the woods in a cabin, wow. Just check out nature. Yeah, if you're a lottery winner, you gotta figure out immediately what's gonna happen. Gotta make sure you're not gonna overspend, put yourself back in bankruptcy. Gotta also make sure that you're living life the way that you have envisioned to live life. Going on vacations and checking out places you've never been before. Take a year off, write that book you always wanted to write. Learn that instrument you always wanted to write. Holy moly. How fun would that be to know that you had enough money to just pay for whatever you needed, just whatever you needed there, and you just record your own album. And you go, okay, after whatever. Let's say after, I'm going to give myself 1 month. Ooh, I'm going to give myself 1 month. We're going to record an album. First, we're going to build a little studio. Then we're going to record the album. So on and so forth. All the way down the line. Find out ways at that moment to turn all those can'ts into cans. Now, or into Cannes, as the French like to say. Cannes, welcome to Cannes. Quelle heure est-il in Cannes, hein? Quelle heure est-il? The idea really truly is to figure out how to turn all of our can'ts into cans right now. To look at current events and realize that they are the necessary unfolding of the plot. The natural unfolding of the plot. Where your heart is leading you. Which is to more you. Where's your heart leading you? It's leading you to more you. More you. I need to apply it as much as anybody else. Coming upon what may seem like adversity or something that's just not easy flowing. And there's that moment where you're scratching your head going, oh boy, I really would like to be easy going right now. Things are blocking my path. I'd really like to be easygoing. I'd really like to be that Zen Jedi. How do I tune into that? That factor. Just tuning in. How do I do that? Trusting the process. Focusing on that aspect. Rather than the hurry up, I gotta get to this next thing aspect. Which I find myself in a lot. I'm just too concerned with just creating. It's funny, in this game, Unavowed, wow, I don't want to give anything away. I'll just say, your decisions, I think in one of my earlier podcasts, I talk about the decisions that we make of what, the consequences. If we're good to people or spirits, how does that affect what may come later? If we're bad, in other words, we dish out, fight the fire with the fire, we dish it back out to them, the way that they dished it out, how does that affect us in the past? We never know when we might need a favor. We never know when we might have to be vouched for. We never know how far a line of dialogue we have with someone is going to reverberate with them. How many nows of existence is that going to reverberate with those people? How many people are reverberating with things that we've told them or said to them or showed them, played for them, ordered them to do or not do, playfully introduced them to, excitedly included them on? How many of those interesting moments are they going to be carrying with them? How many nows? What's beautiful about the word now, when it stands in the mirror, it's one, W-O-N, which is great. So be in the now, you've won. Now, if we want to play with that language, W-O-N, this is another part of the Usu dialogue, which will be going into the book. So, now you've won. So now if we play with the word one, and we spell it the way that we've been taught, O-N-E, one, that's pretty cool. Now we are one. Now. That's how we become one in the now. And one, so can we deduce, just play with that, continue to play with that idea? I like to play with the idea. So now equals one. Now. Now equals one. One equals O-N-E. O-N-E is the number one. So is now, can we equal now with one? The number one? That's pretty cool. Look at that. We've got our own numerology going on. It goes really deep. I think I talked before about yes. Y-E-S. What's another word for yes? Oui. En français, it's oui. O-U-I. Oui. If we say that phonetically, it's W-E. So yes, in a sense, could mean we. Now it's interesting. If we also, what's another word for saying yes? I. Those in favor say aye. Those not in favor say nay. I. A-Y-E. which means yes. A-Y-E phonetically is E-Y-E. So could that mean that yes means I? Yes is another word for I. And if you add an E in front of yes, you get eyes. Which is interesting because if you add E-Y-E to E-Y-E, you get E-Y-E-S, eyes. But then if we turn that into the letter of the alphabet, I, the letter I-S, it's is. Yes, I, we, is, eyes. Then, of course, we go back to now. If we break that down, well, let's throw a K on there. That's no. Now, no. No, now. No, now. That's interesting. N-O, now. No, no, now. No, no, now. No, now. No. You know, it's so funny. Backwards, it's wonk. Right? Wonk. Wonk. You get wonked with knowledge. Wonk. The knowledge. Isn't that interesting? K-N-O-W, ledge. The knowledge. When you break it down, there is no ledge. You know now you are everything. You are what is. You are eyes. You are yes. You are we. And we talked about how okay, so we if we were to okay, so we w okay, so so if you were to take Y-O-U and look it into a mirror, it would be U-O-Y. Well, how would you pronounce that? We. We. You, we. So that means that we is you. We is you. We is yes. Yes is eyes. Eyes is. Incredible. I. That's a Roman numeral 1. So I means 1 then, huh? 1 means now, as we've discussed earlier. I won now. Yes, I won now. This is the fun dialogue that gets into the USU business. Ubiquitous serendipity, serendipitous ubiquity. All this stuff is going to be in the book. It's just the idea of idea, E-Y-E, dia, the yes, dia, D-E-A, dia, dio, dia, dea. Interesting, like a god. The idea, the yes god. An idea is the yes god. And a dog, and of course, this is one of my fun quotes. A dog is God chasing its own tail, T-A-L-E. Or you could say God is a dog chasing its own tail. Because what's so funny, obviously, when God looks in the mirror, it's a dog, it's everything. And what do dogs do? They chase their own tail. They're in an infinite loop. Dog God, God dog, is looking at itself in a mirror, an infinite loop, sitting at it, looking at itself, infinity. I, yes. I, yes. I is. Y-E-S, backwards is say, S-E-Y. See, ooh, interesting. S-E-Y, you could pronounce that say or see. See. Well, then, of course, that gets in a whole bunch of things, doesn't it? S-E-A, the sea, to be like the ocean. Ooh. To see, S-E-E, which brings us back to the eyes, which brings us back to is, to yes, to we, to yes, to I's, to is, to ones. It's so fun. It's so fun to play with language. And then when you incorporate the language into the numbers, and then you, of course, you got those numbers that look like letters. So 5 looks like an S. 2 looks like a backwards S, backwards 5. 1 looks like a I. 3 looks like a B. 6 looks like a lowercase b, doesn't it? 8, well, that's infinity. 8 also kind of looks like a B, doesn't it? B-E. That makes sense. Being, B. Bzz, 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 B-E-E. Bzz, 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 bzz. B. 11, that's 2 I's, isn't it? So you could actually write notes to people using this shorthand. How do those words make you feel, by the way? Is, be, now, no, K-N-O-W, yes, we, you. See the C, okay, so C, S-E-A, we get S-E-E. If we think of the letter, it's C. C on its side is U, the letter U. U is Y-O-U. U pluralized is yous or us. You is me. Yous is we. 2 me's is we. This stuff, it just keeps showing itself. If we keep digging at it and there's no harm in it, it only leads to more fun discoveries. There's a lot left to be described concerning Usu and the symbology of that. This is the language of Usu. The ways in which I've discovered, and the way I like to play with the universe speaking to me through the various numbers, through the various numerology. 5 is a number of synchronicity, and that comes from 23, of course, 2 and 3 added together. There's so much great stuff when we think about it and then we apply it and then we start seeing examples of it out there in the world. License plates, billboards, everywhere. Conversations in Nigerian scam letters. Etc., etc. Music, graffiti on a wall, a laundry list. Gosh, anything. A cat, the way that it meows a particular way. So it's always speaking. And then when that pattern, we like to keep looking for that pattern. And knowing that there's no harm in looking for the pattern, no harm in connecting the dots. It's fun then, because then you see how it matches up together with all of these other amazing theories. If you look on YouTube, there's something called Taurus. Wait, let's see. Oh gosh, what do they call it? What do they call this? There's a Taurus movie, Taurus. So this guy, started noticing these examples. And he did this whole movie about it. You could see a whole bunch about it. Taurus. You could see the way, and it's like an infinity symbol. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Wow. Someone here has something here. A Taurus can respond to intent. Well, I like the sound of that. Huh. wow. You know, this just popped into my brain. Well, I've been thinking about this a while. A rock or a piece of a tree mixed with a rock, you know, as many of the elements, you kind of mix them together. Rocks and trees, you know, that are known for these particular magical properties. And basically, what it would be is basically you put your intentions into it. Maybe it would be a cross between, okay, so maybe it also has sort of like a mood ring aspect to it, where it's got a mood ring aspect to it, where when you're excited, when you're filled with, you know, joy, happiness, it would show that on there. So it, you know, it's basically showing you to yourself, like, okay, you're in a good mood now, you're happy. A lot of things that Abraham talks about, a lot of things that Bashar talks about, a lot of these spiritual teachers and channelers, they'll talk about being happy first and then putting your intention out there. Being happy first, creating that space of happiness, that excitement of happiness. Be happy, just do it. Put that intent out there. So I'm thinking sort of a mood ring kind of thing. And what you do is you put your intent, you say it out loud. Maybe there's even a thing on there where you record it in there and you play it back to yourself. You know, you play it out loud, you play it back to yourself just to make sure that you resonate well with it. And as soon as you do it, you press that button. And so what that does is it becomes this symbolic representation, or as Bashar talks about, the permission slip. It becomes the permission slip that you now use to set out that intention. Get the USU going. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll make this a U that symbolizes all of the symbology that goes into it. Maybe it'll even come with the book, too. I've been toying with the idea of calling it the Legend of Usu. We shall see. These are concepts I taught students when I was substitute teaching. And then soon enough, they were all talking about it and asking me to talk about it. And it was just crazy. We would find synchronicities together. There were times, I don't know if I ever said this story, there were times where I would do what I called making agreements with the weather. I'd make agreements with the sun. And this has happened on 15 separate occasions. I can remember a few of them that stick out. So I made an agreement with the weather, basically. It was the first time my dad and my ex-stepmom came out to visit after I don't know how many years of me living out here. It was their first time coming out to visit. And I believe my brother Josh lived out here at that point. They're coming out to visit for the very first time ever. And we were going to go to Hollywood. And the crazy thing was, out of all the days, it was so sunny. As you know, California is very, 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 very sunny all the time. It's summer all the time. This one day, it rained. It was murky. And I thought, well, this is just not fair. They came out here from Chicago, and now they got to deal with rain? This is just not cool. So I opened up the balcony, and I looked up at the sun. I looked up at the clouds, and I said, sun, oh, it's beautiful out here right now. Oh, it's so fresh. I looked up at that sun, or I looked up at the clouds. I could see the little lining. You know, the sun is always up there behind the clouds. Or as that cliche goes, there's always a silver lining. Well, now I know why. Why is the silver lining? It's because the sun is up there. The sun is up there. So I looked up there at those clouds, and I said, sun, you and I both know. And when I said sun, I imagined it spelled S-O-N. I wanted to humanize the sun, turn it into a buddy, turn it into a, hey, son, like, hey, like, let's have a heart-to-heart here, from one creator to another. I said, son, you and I both know that this is the first time my dad and my stepmom have come into town to visit me in all these years. And you know that we appreciate you. You shine beautifully, wonderfully. You give us warmth. You give us happiness. And as you know, they live in Chicago, in the Chicagoland area where it's raining all the time. And I would love it. You and I both know this is their first time ever coming out here to visit. Wouldn't it be nice if you pushed those clouds away, just moved them out of the way, and you shined upon us today, and we had a beautiful day, and we get to go up to the Griffith Park Observatory, and, you know, wouldn't that be nice? And so I said, I'm not going to force you to do anything. I'm just giving you the invitation. I'm not forcing you, but you can do it if you want. And sure enough, within 5 minutes, just like the cartoon Simpsons, the clouds part, and the sun is there. And we end up having a beautiful day on Hollywood Boulevard. The rain had dried up from the sun, and it was extraordinary. That's one of 15 times. I only remember a handful of them, which I'll tell any of those other times some other time. For now, sayonara.